What's up? I'm JT, host of the KydexWars podcast, bringing you another pro Kydex tip brought to you by holsterloops.com. So let's talk about how we process our Kydex. This is your typical 24 inches by 48 inches piece, 2x4 piece. This is what you should be buying regardless of how many holsters you're making. I mean, you could get into 4x4, another story. So we're going to turn every 24 by 48 piece into an 8 by 24 inch piece. And this is exactly what we want to work. Because what we want eventually for our holsters is we want 8 by 8 piece. The only time we don't is if someone wants a full slide version, then we'll need to put an 8 by 8 piece on the front and it'll be an 8 by 10 piece on the back, just due to that's not a lot of room down here, so we'll want to increase that 2 inches to make sure we get a consistent mold. So that's the only time. So then we take our 8 by 24 inch sheet and we're going to make it into 3 8 by 8 pieces. So we have our right angle. This just happens to be 8 inches. And we're going to set it up, slice it and slice it. And you can even take these, if you want to take these bigger 24 by 48 pieces and put them in a, use your bandsaw to cut it down in this. You can. Just make sure you get the right blade that's for plastic. And so then before we break it, you'll notice there's an arrow in the right-hand corner of every single one. And we do that to get the same mold from the Kydex every single time. So the person that cuts this necessarily isn't going to be the person that actually molds it. So that way, when it's in getting heated, it comes out and it sits on the weapon system the same way every time. So we put the arrow. The arrow is always in the top right. Same thing is so we don't have the arrow on the bottom. You don't want to be molding it left, right. You want to keep the same consistency with your Kydex. And then that's it. I'm JT. Peace.